the questions to keep myself aligned. Waste away the hours doing what I should, knowing that my soul tells me it's not for my own good.
And that leads me right to what we're going to be doing today. So today is about, one of the things is patience. I've always had a struggle with patience. I want everything right now, and I want it all right now. So sometimes when I'm working, I get very little done because I'm squirreling. Like I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh yeah, and I'm expecting it for all of it to be done at the end of the day, and it doesn't. And then when it doesn't get done at the end of the day, I sit there and I'm like, well, I didn't get anything done today. Look how far back I am. I have all these things to do, right? So, and then the whole cycle starts again the next day. So patience, Confucius has a saying about patience. Do not be desirous of having done quickly. Do not look at small advantages. Desire to have things done quickly prevents their being done thoroughly. Looking at small advantages prevents great affairs from being accomplished. So in this world of fast-paced, we want everything and everything happens fast, and we press a button on our computer and just shit needs to happen, right? And when it doesn't, and we have to wait a second while the little circle is spinning or the little hourglass is turning, or there's a holdup in the internet that day, or whatever it is, or we have to stand in a bank line, or we have to wait in a grocery line, or whatever it is, these things freak us out, right? Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Danica and Helen. We sit there and we're like, well, why isn't this happening right now? Why do I have to wait? So an interesting thing, those of you who have ever studied or read anything about Ayurvedic medicine, one of the things that they say is that we as humans are living 50 times more experiences than our ancestors ever did. That's a lot more experiences, and they're all happening fast. And we want everything quickly to the point that we can't wait. We can't wait. So one of the things that Rich Guzzi said to me during one of our conversations was, Aisha, we're going to work together for a bit. So instead of trying to get everything done all day long, think of the things that you want to do and think about 1% per day. Just doing 1% per day, right? I'm still putting out 100% effort. I'm still doing all of that. But it's just, I'm not going to get 100% of it all done today, right? So, 1% a day, and in 100 days, it'll all be done, right? So you just have to give yourself some time and slow your roll when it comes to some things. Even when we hurt ourselves, let's say we put our legs in a cast, or, we broke our arm or whatever it is, we want it all fixed now. We don't want to wait, right? We don't want to wait the 3 months or the 6 months or whatever. It's now. I want it now, even if it means that it won't be 100%. We've gotten to that point where we will accept and we will settle just to have it done now. Okay? Or we have unreasonable expectations of having it done now, and it has to be perfect. Right? So it's about really learning some patience, right? So one of the things that Wayne Dyer says is, my desire is to have it fixed quickly. My desire to have it fixed quickly is of absolutely no consequence. So I want it done now, but it better be done well, right? So that's what we have, unreasonable expectations that we have put on others, Sometimes, though, because we want it done so fast, it actually prevents it from being done at all. Okay, so that is another thing with patience. So sometimes just wanting it done quickly means that it's just not going to get done, right? When I have people that come into my clinic and they want to work with me, one of the changes that I've made is in my rebranding is that I don't call the people that come and see me clients anymore. They are my students because I am teaching them. Okay, I'm teaching them a better way of being. I am teaching them tools that they're going to take for the rest of their lives. So they are now my students. And one of the things that I work with them about is to understand that, you know, they'll come in and they expect, especially since it's holistic and people don't know that much about holistic work. Now, am I sitting here doing voodoo on people? No, but there is, like, it's a neuroplasty, right? I'm changing the way that their brain works. I'm integrating a lot of techniques to make that happen, right? What that means is it's not going to happen in one session. Like, get it together, right? It took you your whole life to get like the way that you are by the time that you go and seek help. And I can guarantee you that most of the people that come and see me, I'm usually their last resort. Like, they've gone to every conventional method that there possibly is, and that their benefits pay for, and all of that. And by the time they come to me, they're like, oh my God, do something. And can you do it in one session? I'm like, no, I can't do it in one session, but we can get it done. That's going to happen. So think of it as 1% per day, right? Even more than 1% per day is when we're doing this, if your person is willing. Okay. So just think of it in small bites. Okay. Think of the things that you want done in your life in small bites. So impatience breeds fear, stress, and discouragement, because when it doesn't happen right away, we're scared, we're worried, we're stressed out. Oh my God, like, what if this doesn't get done? And I need this done like today. And like, you know, all of that. So, and we get discouraged. Like, it's not going to happen. This is never going to happen. Like, this is just taking way too long, right? So these are things that I've said. So I am sure that there are things that other people have said as well. You have to develop an infinite patience with yourself. Think about the things that you're creating as being something that you are leaving for the future. But I mean, if we just surrender, I love that word surrender, right? If we just say, look, this is what I'm working on, this is what I'm doing, and I'm putting it out there. And yes, we do have to deadline things for law of attraction, but make reasonable deadlines. I can't like expect all my rebranding and everything to happen overnight, right? So I have to give it a reasonable deadline. So and then just surrendering, doing what you have to do to help it to manifest, but knowing that energy is on your side, right? Energy is on your side and is going to give you the things that you're asking for. Just make sure that you're asking for them properly. Okay. And you're not talking about what you're missing, and you're not talking about your fears, and you're not talking about that. You're talking about it like it's a done deal. Okay. So just paying attention to that. And celebrating your small victories, right? When you do that 1% per day or that 2% per day, whatever it is for you, and then celebrate that victory instead of being upset or discouraged about what you didn't get finished, right? Celebrate what you did finish. Be grateful for what did happen, right? These are the things that we forget to do, right? These are the things that we forget to do because we are all up in what isn't done yet, okay? It's like we miss out on life. Honest to God, we miss out on all the joys. We miss out on all the miracles. We miss out on everything because of our expectations and our obligations and how we make others feel obligated. I have expectations of them, and expectation only leads to disappointment every time. Okay, so just focusing on that. And obligation is automatic resistance. Nobody wants to feel forced to do anything. Okay, nobody. I know when people push me, I'm like, we push back. That's what happens. All right. So, you know, it's about what expectations are we putting out there? What obligations are we putting out there? And what expectations and obligations do we have of ourselves? All right. So abandon your conditioned means of evaluating yourself as successful on the basis of immediate indicators. Okay. So your success those things that the end game is not going to happen in this moment. All right. So look at what you have accomplished. Just because you didn't get it done immediately doesn't mean that it's not going to be a success. All right. It's just not going to be a success in this minute, but you did get something done, right? So enjoy the things that you have finished. Okay. And be patient with yourself through all of your successes and disappointments. As you feel God's source, energy, that higher power is always with you. And when you can turn a problem over to that higher authority to which you are connected, you immediately shift to that knowing state of infinite patience. And you stop looking for little indicators of success for today. So sometimes we just have to say, hey, and that's the law of attraction. This is what I want. Right? This is what I'm going to get. This is what I desire. And this is what I know will happen because abundance is out there. So because we know all of that, we just have to learn how to surrender. Okay. We have to learn to appreciate the small successes, the small things that we finish to get us to that big end game. All right. So that's a good challenge for not just you, but for me as well, because I am all about the right now. So I have learned, and I'm learning and accepting and surrendering, and to know that things will take some time, not a lot of time, but they will take some time. And as long as I am working in that direction, then it will manifest. And as long as I believe that it will manifest, and I know that it will manifest, and it's like, I know it like I can breathe, then it's going to happen, right? So just look at the projects that you have in your life right now. Look at the things that you're doing. Look at the things that you want to succeed. Look at the things that you're working on. Observe all of them and observe your reaction to them when they are not happening like this, okay? So that is my talk today about patience. So have a great day, and I hope that gave you something to think about today and to maybe challenge yourself. Okay, you know I love to end all of these on a way for you to challenge yourself. So challenge yourself on that. I would love to hear your comments and your questions about this, if there is any. Those of you that are watching the replay, please let me share some of your challenges with patience, right? Some of your challenges with patience, because you're not alone. Right? I am like the biggest squirrel, right? Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. It's like, oh, this and oh, that and oh, this and nothing get done, right? So now I have to focus, okay? So I am the biggest squirrel, and I want all those projects done like today. So that's not going to happen. It's going to happen over a little bit of time. So I have to learn some patience too. You know, I didn't get my coffees in the morning when I was on holidays. That was like not happy for me, but patience, I'm home and I'm having it, and it tastes better than it ever did. So there you go. Enjoy your day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.
Look at my reflection in the mirror. I see that it's not the person who lives inside of me. Done with all the fear and doubts, the negativity. I'm shedding all the crap right now. I'm stepping